We are doing Extra Life again this year, where you can mash buttons, roll dice, play games, and help kids along the way. I hope you'll be a part of that with us. Stick around after the video for more information. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We've got a ton going on here at Spirit Blade Productions and Christian Geek Central, including our in-depth Bible study for geeks, movie, game, and other entertainment reviews or commentary, live streams, Christian geek news, original audio dramas, and tons more. And on top of all that, you can become a Spirit Blade insider with an influential voice and get access to exclusive content and rewards. It's your involvement as a patron that will keep all of this going and growing, so I want to thank you for your consideration in that. For more information, please check out our Patreon page through the link below at patreon.com/spiritbladeproductions. Thanks for listening. Our friends over at SPECULATIVEFaith.com are lending us another article, this one written by Aidan Russell, published on September 14th, 2018, titled Faith in a Grim Dark World. Near the top of the article, a C.S. Lewis quote is included. It reads, "I didn't go to religion to make me happy. I always knew a bottle of port would do that. If you want a religion to make you feel really comfortably, I certainly don't recommend Christianity." Russell writes, "My first and favorite fandom growing up was Warhammer 40,000. Judging by how much trouble I get in with my wife by leaving miniatures scattered throughout the house, it's probably safe to say I'm still a pretty big fan. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the setting of 40K, I will do my best to summarize it in one sentence. It is the year 40,000. The God Emperor of mankind is a rotten husk in a vegetative state who is kept alive only through the daily sacrifice of 1,000 souls, and everything is pretty much horrible. To put things into further perspective, the tagline for their products, 'In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war,' is where the genre grimdark got its name. In 40K, mankind is overwhelmingly united by one thing: unwavering faith in the Emperor and strict, non-negotiable adherence to the cult that worships him. It is an over-the-top caricature of medieval Christianity. Witches and heretics are heaped upon the pyres with no tears shed. In fact, if one were to shed a tear for their lost loved one, they would soon find themselves next to them in the flames. Entire worlds are eradicated and populations snuffed out at the first sign of mutation or treachery. It is, if your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out, but the body is a galaxy-spanning empire, and the eye is a world full of 1 billion lives. It is a universe that no sane human, let alone a Christian, would want to live in. There's just one problem in the 40K universe. The cruel enforcement of the Emperor's edicts and adherence to his faith are the only things holding back a galaxy of bloodthirsty aliens who seek to conquer or slaughter mankind. Their righteous fervor is the thin, precarious phalanx that holds back an alternate dimension full of demons and laughing gods. If you've read Mike Cole's recent novel, warning, spoiler, The Armored Saint, you probably rooted against the Order in the beginning. Then you found out something horrible. They were right, and all the cruelty and bloodshed seemed a small price to pay to keep the demons at bay. Now, what does all this have to do with the above C.S. Lewis quote? In 40K, regular humans are given meager weapons, meager armor, and ordered to near certain death against armies of towering horrors. When they march against alien hordes and legions of demons, their most potent weapon is the indomitable will to fulfill their duty to a god emperor they've never seen and have never known. That is certainly no easy task. When you and I wake up every day, our duty is to be the light in a world of shadows. We don't have to face off against demons and monsters. No, we wouldn't be so lucky. Instead, we must fight a war with our souls and our hearts. The only weapons we have to hold back the darkness of this world are our charity and kindness. And in our every failing, the shadows encroach on us more and more. There is no front line to which we can go and fight against sin. That battle follows us every minute of every day. It seems even most prevalent when we are running late and overworked. When our own lives seem to be spiraling is when it seems God always sends us a stranger that needs a helping hand or a relative who needs our time. And we must fight these tiny battles, for what other choice is there? To give into our apathy and selfishness is to invite into ourselves the wages of sin, death itself. But there is one weapon we as Christians have that mankind's soldiers in the 41st millennium do not: Christ himself. When our lines break before the devil's assault, he will strengthen us and rally us to his cause. When we fall, wounded by the wickedness that surrounds us, he will heal us and send us back into the fray. I live in Las Vegas. We don't have a seedy underbelly of sin. It's part of our namesake. The part of our city that no one talks about, that receives little recognition, are those that go out every day to feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, and ease the pains of the suffering. Yet every day they go out to do God's work, armed only with the faith in their hearts. They keep back the shadows, battle against demons, and prepare for the day our Lord returns. What other choice do they have? Very interesting article. Really happy that SPECULATIVEFaith.com shared that one with us. Thank you very much, Aidan Russell, for that perspective on 40K. Again, that article by Aidan Russell is Faith in a Grim, Dark World. You can find that article and tons more great content over at SPECULATIVEFaith.com. November 3rd, Dragon Quest XI and Spider-Man for PS4 are coming out within 3 days of each other. I'm going to try and review both games. I don't have time to make a brand new Extra Life recruitment bumper. November 3rd. Once again this year, Christian Geek Central is participating in Extra Life. This is a charity that raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals, which provides free medical care to children whose families could otherwise not afford it. And this is very often for critical, life-saving treatment. Joining our team only requires a willingness to ask your family and friends to consider donating toward your fundraising efforts. Participants also usually do something fun and game-related to draw attention to their fundraising efforts, like a special game night at your home or your church. Or like me, you could do a crazy 24-hour video gaming marathon. Now, I'm theming it around video games, but really this event can be themed around any kind of gaming, which includes both video games and tabletop games of any kind. What you do to raise funds is entirely up to you, but I would love for you to consider joining the Christian Geek Central Extra Life team. As team leader, I'll be there to help answer your questions, provide some helpful tips if I can, and just in general be your fundraising cheerleader and try to draw attention myself to your fundraising efforts. You can get more information about the event as a whole at extra-life.org. And if you choose to sign up there, be sure to select Christian Geek Central as your team so I can get in touch with you and then just help in whatever way I can. Fundraising can begin at any time, but our main push is going to be through the month of October leading up to November 3rd. That's the annual Extra Life Game Day when I'll be streaming my 24-hour video gaming marathon live and trying to stay awake without throwing up. More details on my live stream as we get closer to it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.